Hello, guys. Welcome to episode 9 of My Thoughts No One Asked For. I've been streaming kind of late the past couple episodes. I'm sorry. Wednesdays are my off days, and I like to take naps. Okay. I like to take naps. I like to rest. So, sorry. Um, I'm going to try to stream a little earlier, but I know people will be up late anyway. So, whatever. Anyways, I just wanna do, like, a quick recap of my week. So, of course, it wasn't much because, work's a full-time job, so takes up most of my time. But I had to get back on so I stopped taking my ADHD medication because I was, like, waiting for my new dose to come in. And so, once I got back on it, for a couple of days, I just felt really tired and foggy, and I had to, like, call out of work one day because I literally had no energy, 0 energy at all, and, it finally clicked. I was like, your medication." Like, I needed a couple more days for it to get back in my system, so that's why I was kind of, like, thrown off a little bit. So yeah, that kinda made my week a lot less productive because I was so tired, like, my meds had me so foggy. I was literally at work feeling like a zombie. I was like, "No, we cannot do this." So, yeah, other than that, that's pretty much how my week was. Um, I plan on, like, the next couple of next couple of months being a lot more eventful. Um, but yeah, I've just been doing a lot of content planning and prepping for next month or the next couple of months really, and just resting, to be honest. And, like, y'all don't forget it's okay to rest, okay? I don't give a fuck how young you are. Sometimes if you feel a little burnt out or you feel like just a little it's too much going on up here, just rest. It's okay to call out of work and just get 1 day worth of catching up on rest so you can feel rejuvenated and feel more like yourself, okay? Um, but yeah, that's pretty much for my week update. Like, really really hasn't been much going on. I've been watching a lot of Big Brother. I don't know if any of y'all watch that, but, yeah, I've been watching a lot of Big Brother, and I've just been having more computer issues that I gotta fucking hit up Geek Squad to have them figure something out. It's just too much with this computer stuff. I don't understand any of it. So, yeah, that's basically what my most of my time has been consumed of. Now, onto the show. Um, what also has kind of been a part of my life recently. So, I you know, I came to a lot of conclusions the past week. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a lot of thoughts. And this is gonna be another show that's, like, pretty much about me. I'm like, there really hasn't been I'm not gonna talk about much going on, in the world and stuff like that and what other people got going on and drama. This is not that kind of show. I have had a lot of thoughts the past week, um, just about what's been going on in my life, and I can't wait to talk about it. I've been waiting all week. So, first off, I wanna talk about my dating life. Now, this is not something that I talk about very often because I guess I would say that I'm pretty private. Yes. I'm a pretty private person. Um, so yeah, I don't really talk about my dating life. I'm not very bold about what goes on. I like to confuse people. So I like to confuse people. So it's like if you think you know what's going on, you probably don't know what's going on. Um, so basically, this is the conclusion that I've reached. So I would say that I am a lover girl, right? Like I'm a relationship type of girl. Um, now I technically would say that I haven't really been in a real relationship ever in my life. I count nothing in high school, doesn't count, doesn't exist. So, other than long lasting situationships, which literally hasn't been very many, like, literally can count on one hand. Um, my, like, end goal is definitely a relationship, right? That's what I know for sure. Now, because I know that I'm a lover girl and that my end goal is a relationship, recently, I've told y'all on the show, like, an episode or 2 ago, that recently I've been more open to dating, which honestly, the past year actually, yeah, the past honestly, a little over a year, I have been not dating. This year specifically, I have been intentionally not dating. Um, but just of course, after, experiencing some stuff, I just learned I need to protect myself, okay? I protect my heart so I don't crash out and hurt anyone, okay? So, I just made the mature decision to just stay away from men, and my life has honestly been amazing ever since. I highly recommend it. If your life is feels a little hectic and there's a man in your life, try removing him and see how you feel. I'm just saying. Um, so yeah, since I've been more open to it recently, I've gotten something confused. I would think that, oh, because the end goal for me is a relationship, I that means I want to be in a relationship right now. Like if someone were to come to me and be like, "Okay, I am willing to 100% commit and pursue you." Like I'm going to put all of my energy and effort into you and be consistent in all these things. Right now, that sounds terrible. And you may be like, "Why?" And honestly, because for the first time ever, I've fully prioritized myself and my interests and my goals. So, having to, like, carve out time in my busy schedule for a man is not I don't wanna do that right now. Um, and it's weird because this whole time, I have always thought if someone were to be like, "I would 100% commit to you right now," and put all this energy and effort into you and pursue you, I would think that I would love that, right? That's what every girl wants. I'm like, "That's what I want." So when I'm talking to guys, I feel like I say as if that's what I expect right now or as if that's what I'm prepared for right now, but honestly, no, I'm not. I'm really not. So it's almost like when you come across certain guys and they are able to express that they're not ready for a relationship because they want to knock off X, Y, and Z, or they're probably in school. Um, they have just a lot going on. They're busy. Sometimes when you're told that, you kind of think, you're full of shit. And some of them might be full of shit. Like some of them might be like making up excuses or whatever, but some of them are not. And when you're being told that, given that excuse, you may think, "Oh, you're full of shit." But when you're actually in a position where you're prioritizing yourself, because men do that. They prioritize themselves. They prioritize themselves, they put themselves first. So, when you actually do that, you're to yourself, when you prioritize your goals, your interests, and just your health, your mental health, physical health, all of that, you're going to you're gonna realize you actually have the same response or you actually feel the exact same way. You think just because, "Oh, I'm a lover girl and I don't like, casually dating and thotting and bopping," that, "No, I want a relationship right now." No, the fuck I don't. I actually don't want a relationship right now. Um, I do at some point. Right now, all I have the capacity for is slowly, like bit by bit, like little by little, building on it. Like, I would literally need someone who is just as selfish as me right now in a sense of you're going after what you want. Like, you are very motivated and you are making shit happen every single day. And you come first, or your family or whatever, right? So, we would need to be on the same page about that. And we would need to have like, we need to be very, like, similar in that sense where we have the same understanding that we come first. I come first, you come first for you. And we don't allow each other to fuck up what we're trying to do in our career wise and what goals we're trying to achieve. Like, we don't allow each other to fuck up our motion. And as long as we're able to do what works for us, like, I don't gotta see you every day. I don't even gotta talk to you all day every day. But I think whatever feels natural and whatever's possible, little by little, like, slowly but surely building it up, like, that's what I am ready for, which essentially is dating, right? Getting to know somebody. But I think especially now, it's so easy to, like, start to get to know somebody and then you realize, "Oh, I really like them," and then you, like, damn near fall in love with the person, like, 2 days in. Hey, I feel like it's so easy to do that, and I've been learning, "Hey, let's not do that." Let's actually not do that. Like, I realize that I'm actually fine with taking things slow. This is and some of you may think, "You're just now realizing this." Yes, because I feel like a lot of us lover girls, we are so obsessed with being in a relationship, and we just know that's what we want. So that's, like, how we present when if we sit and think for some people, it may not be the same for everybody, but if we just sit and think about, "Okay, I'm really happy. I'm prioritizing myself. I'm accomplishing my goals. I'm making good money. Like, I'm doing my life is great right now, and, like, you can't control what other people do. So trying to, like because you know you want it, even if somebody is willing to give it to you, accepting all of that too fast, too quickly before you actually truly get to know a person's intentions and who they are will bring nothing but chaos to your life. And unless that's what you want, you should probably just move really slow with this person. Just because you know you want to be in a relationship, it doesn't mean you have to walk around to every nigga who is talking to you and be like, "Well, I wanna be in a relationship, so if you don't want that, get the fuck on." Like, I that's kind of my tone, and I realize that I don't have to have that tone. I can just go with the flow, have boundaries still, but I don't have to be so, like, "Relationship now." Like, I'm actually good on that. True Vibe said, "Yeah, I had to learn the hard way, but I finally worked on myself and I'm in a happy, thriving relationship." Oh, I love that. See? That's my point. But the key part you said first was, "I finally worked on myself." That's what I did too. That was because honestly, before I took almost the year, like, I took almost like a 2-year break from dating in general. Before that, I've always had somebody. Like, I've never just dated and I've never been single. Like, I've always had someone, always. So, I needed that time to just be single for 1, because I just never had been, and 2, I needed to work on myself. I knew that, I had certain flaws in romantic scenarios that I needed to tweak, and not even just that, just literally figuring out my purpose, figuring out myself as a just as a human, like, I just had a lot of things that I wanted to fix, and I knew one of the biggest things I talk about all the time that I wanted to work on was insecurity. I knew I was extremely insecure, and the last situation I was in, it, like, bled through that whole situation, and I was like, "Yeah, we need to do something about this," and it took so long to even fix that alone or to even start building up, like, confidence. Like, it took forever. Like, I'm not even at 100%. I'm probably at, like, 79, 83 or something. Like I'm almost there, but I'm not even there. So, and what happens is I said it in another episode, when you move into a higher level of yourself, you will start attracting what is, more natural to you at that time. So after you worked on yourself, now you're in a happy, thriving relationship. That wasn't gonna come without you working on yourself first. So, but this is things that I'm just now I'm just now clocking, because I think that, like, I don't think that a lot of people like to say men are this type of way, women are this type of way. And, like, of course, there are a lot of generalizations that are generally true, like most of the time, right? But I think that what I realized, sometimes the way that, like, guys think, or that it's perceived that most guys think, sometimes we are not you are probably more alike with a certain type of dude than you think. And I basically had to clock myself recently, because I was like, well, I'm coming across individuals who are not ready for a relationship. And I can visibly see why. And they're all for different reasons. Whether they got shit to work on, whether they got to get their life together, whether they're busy with, like, school or work. I know they have a busy schedule. They're all over the place. This person is traveling or doing X, Y, and Z. Like, I can visibly see why these certain individuals are not ready to, you know, not necessarily with me, but, like, I can just, like, they don't even have to say it. Like, I can just see that, like, yeah, I'm not expecting more from you, because you clearly got a lot going on. You know what I mean? So, I think when you are able to tell, like, certain people just aren't ready, it's kind of like, I don't know, if you look at yourself, as in, like, me, I had to, like, look at myself and be like, you're running into all of these people who aren't ready for relationships, and neither are you. Like, look at your life. Like, girl, you are, like, finally in such a peaceful state of mind, and you've, like, removed so many people out of your life, and you're, like, so you have such a, like, an amazing drive, and you've made so much progress, and you're only getting started, and there's no bone in your body that is, like, there's nothing about me right now that wants anything to change. Now, obviously, I know life is life, like, things are gonna change, but, like, as far as, like, I know that adding a person, a romantic a person I know that adding a person in my life romantically is going to who the fuck is this telling me to stop yapping? Bitch, this is my show. This is my stream. Are you dumb? This person is like, you're slow. Ban you, you idiot. Sorry. I hate that. I need to get a fucking, bot to ban, or to just, like, block those type of messages, 'cause that shit is, like, so distracting. It's so distracting. Like, get the fuck on somewhere. Anyways, like, how you gonna come on my stream and tell me to stop yapping? This is what the fuck? I don't even know if that's supposed to be funny or a joke, but I don't even fucking know you. Anyways, um, so yeah, I had to look at myself and just really clock myself like, "Girl, you're not ready either." And I really did the science. I was like, "Oh, maybe that's why." 'Cause I'm, like, a big believer in, like, things happen for a reason. Like, if you're coming across a lot of similar things, there's probably a lesson you're supposed to learn out of it. I feel like there's always a lesson to take from something, from every single situation. Um, and so the lesson that I took was like, "Asia, you're actually not ready for a relationship. You're not ready for a relationship either. You're faulting other individuals or getting annoyed at other individuals because you feel like, well, why, like, make time. You feel like you're supposed to make time. Like, why aren't you ready? This doesn't make sense." When it's like, girl, do you really want to, like, spend most of your time with a man right now? Do you want to feel obligated to talk to someone every single day and have to get to know someone all over again and, like, deal with their emotions? 'Cause when I w me in a me in a relationship or just talking to somebody, if I'm in, I'm all in. So, I am, like, a very, very passionate person. So, I know that if I'm if you're pursuing me and we're spending time together, we're getting to know each other, it's gonna be, I don't wanna use the word intense, but in some aspect, yes. You are being made a priority in my life. I don't wanna do that right now. I really don't. I genuinely do not. I want a relationship, that's the end goal, but, right now, I actually don't wanna be in a relationship. Still open to dating, getting to know people, but, like, I feel like now that I have clocked that, I can now date how I'm supposed to, like, with not with the thought of wanting that instantly, and knowing that, "Hey, just get to know this person, get to know these people, and whatever happens will happen when it's supposed to happen." You know? You believe that as well? Yeah. So, I, yeah, that's, like, the epiphany that I had, and, I don't know, I'm just watching myself mature in real time, and I really love that for me. I love that for me. So, I feel much better now that I've realized that and I've come to that conclusion, and yeah, I just feel a lot better. So hopefully now that I've verbalized that, if anyone watching, um I'm 22. I turned 22 in February. But yeah, hopefully if anybody's watching, if they, like, probably have that issue. I feel like a lot of, like, younger girls have that issue where they just, like, just relationships, they're just so, like, "Oh my god, we just want," that's just something we want at such a young age, even people younger than me, and it's like, "Uh, how about let's slow our roll, please?" Good thing is starting in your 20s. Exactly, I agree. I totally agree. Like, I feel like that's something really good to learn now. Because 'cause I'm watching people my age who are just, like, they're just going so hard, so fast, so young, and it's like you barely even know who you are yet, and you're, like, trying to start a relationship. Also, sidebar, there are people who are literally not good people that want relationships so bad. And it's like, why do you literally need therapy and, like, need to be put on meds for something? Like, you have so much shit that you haven't worked through and so much shit, like character development that you need, and, like, you genuinely have issues, and you traumatize people when you try to put yourself in these romantic scenarios, you end up traumatizing people because of your unhealed trauma. Like, why? Just go fix yourself. Why do you have to go fuck up other people's lives and fucking have them feeling insecure and fuck up their brain and make them feel like they made some shit up in their head because you're all fucked up. Just go get yourself together and then go try to do this. I don't know why people who, like, clearly don't need to be in a relationship be some of the main ones that be fiending. They be yearning. And it seriously is concerning. It's like, gang, you need therapy. You don't need to be in a relationship. Like, go fix yourself first and then take care of that. Like, that's really that's so, like, scary. Y'all need to be stopped because hurt people and they're used to being toxic. Exactly. And I totally understand. It's so unfortunate. And I'm more understanding than most. And that aspect for that exact reason, because I understand your trauma, I understand why you are so fucked up. I'm not gonna hate you. I'm not even gonna hold that against you. But I am gonna hold you accountable. But I'm totally understanding and I take that into consideration always. Not everyone does. So, anyways, that was a sidebar. Just want to get that off because I tweeted that the other day. I'm like, what the fuck? Um, so this is also what I want to talk about really quick. Um, Adrian, hello. Hello. I'm moving on to my next topic now. I wanted to talk about something really quick that I had posted it in my close friends because I did this when I was at work and it kind of freaked me out. And I realized how often I do it, and I was like, "Does everybody?" Well, I'm sure a lot of people do it. But, basically, when I get stuck in, like, negative thoughts, right? When I get stuck in negative thoughts, especially consistently, um, I try to always figure out Oh, hey, thank you. Um, I try to always figure out what is the source of this? Why am I feeling this feeling? So, to speak broadly, um every day last week for like a whole week straight, I kept waking up and having this feeling of hoping that I'm not like viewed in a negative way by someone, right? And I didn't bring it up to them. I didn't talk to them about it. I just every day I just had this like it almost felt like fear, like a feeling of just being afraid of being perceived in a way that I didn't want to be, that I know that I'm not. Um, and it was just like really like it just felt like it was a very haunting feeling because it was like a consistent thing that I was noticing every day. And I tried to kind of brush it off and be like, Asia, you don't really feel that way about it. Like it's fine. Like you're not that bothered. And then I was at work and I was just tired of having this feeling like hovering over me. And I was like, okay, let's break down why this is even in your brain. And essentially, it was it was connected to a thought. How would I word this right? Sometimes we carry things and we carry feelings that we don't even actually agree with or align with. You will catch yourself feeling some type of way about some shit because of what you think you are supposed to do or what you or how you compare yourself to other people. So, because I think, "Oh, well, I shouldn't have done this because the right thing was to do. So I shouldn't have done A because the right thing to do was to do B." But I only feel that way based off what? Based off just I don't know, overall perception, wanting to be perceived as this like perfect individual. And it's like I realized, well, I actually don't give a fuck about being perceived as this, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm this angel and this perfect person." I realized, Asia, you don't give a fuck about that. So why are you feeling so like, why are you feeling this, like, I don't wanna use the word shame, but yeah, why are you feeling like shame for making this decision and for doing this when that's what you wanted to do? That's what you felt comfortable doing, but you are trying to, like, talk yourself down and make yourself feel like you are wrong based off the fear of being perceived a certain type of way, when it's like, I don't even know how this person perceives me. Like, I don't even know, like, and honestly, I don't even really care. Like, I genuinely don't. I realize, wait, you don't care. So why are you carrying this feeling? Why are you carrying these negative thoughts to try to make yourself feel some type of way about some shit that you don't even feel no type of way about? Because it's based off some shit that I seen on the internet. It's based off of some social media narrative, and you hear things so much, you see things so much that you think this is how you're supposed to handle this type of situation. This is the right and wrong thing to do in this type of situation. If you do this, you're going to be viewed as this. And so I do carry subconsciously. I mean, I guess I don't realize it, but I do carry some of those narratives. So you know, when I do make a decision that I feel like falls under that, "Oh, well, if I since I did this, this person is gonna view me as this type of person." When in reality, who gives a fuck? I don't. I genuinely don't care because I know myself and I'm confident and comfortable in myself. And I know that anyone who has known me closely, who knows me closely, knows who my anyone who knows me closely or who has known me closely knows my intentions. They know my heart. They know that I am, like, genuinely a good fucking person. Like, I don't have to prove myself. People know. So, I think sometimes we, like, truly make shit up in our brains, and we try to beat ourselves up based off of a narrative that we don't even align with. And that can cause some insecurity, that can cause depression, that can cause you just feeling really, really down and just, like, feeling like you didn't fit a certain criteria that, like, fucking doesn't even exist or matter, but you can eat your brain can you can easily trick yourself to giving a fuck about some shit that you actually don't give a fuck about. So sometimes when you have those thoughts, those negative thoughts, go to the source of why you feel that way and really make sure that you actually care, or if you are unknowingly trying to live up to this certain expectation, this certain societal expectation that just honestly doesn't fucking matter in your personal, like, real life. I genuinely had to clock myself. Like, really bad. I had to clock myself so bad because yeah, that did not make sense. So, um, yeah, I posted it and some people were saying that they do that too. And yeah, it literally is you just it's honestly you just taking your emotions out of it. Like, that's basically what it is. And I've said that me being less emotional about things has truly made my life better. Um, and of course it's human to be emotional about, like, literally anything. So, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Um, but I think when it's a feeling that's hovering over you, that you're kind of like, "All right, I'm not about to cry over this. So, like, what is this feeling? Then why is this thought in my brain? Once you get to the source of it and you kick it out, like, that thought hasn't been in my head since. Because I got to the root and I realized, Asia, you don't give a fuck. And it no longer exists. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. And so maybe if you are a person who like holds on to things really hard and it's hard for you to get over things, try that. Try that method. Try breaking it down. And maybe if I didn't explain it the best way and you genuinely want to like try, definitely like DM me or something and I can like try to help you and help articulate it in a better way. Hopefully did explain it well. It was really hard to, but yeah. Um, so anyways, moving right along. Moving right along. Um, I did want to talk about okay, so Imma just be honest. This is okay, this is a stream. Imma just be keep it a buck. I'm not gonna be fake. Imma just be honest. I'm a little bit messy. I'm a little bit messy in a sense of like not literally, like, where I meddle in people business and I run around and run my mouth and do all of that, no. Hold on, let me make sure my lip gloss is okay. Wait, hold on. I gotta make sure my lip gloss is yeah, I'm good. Okay. Um, but yeah, I'm a little bit messy, not in a sense of, where I'm really meddling in people business and stuff and where I run my mouth. I am the total opposite. I do not I don't even speak to enough people to even be considered messy. Like I don't if it don't have nothing to do with me, I don't ask about it. I don't go digging for it. None of that, right? However, there's like a handful of people that literally a handful I can probably count on one hand. There's a handful of people that I do keep tabs on. I keep tabs on people, and I think people gotta be honest about that. People try to act so nonchalant, "Oh, I don't give a fuck." No, some of y'all I do keep tabs on, some for petty reasons, and some for, like, wellness reasons, like, I wanna check on you, make sure your life is good, like, I don't not everybody that you keep tabs on, you really wanna, check in on them and see if their life is doing bad, no. It's a lot of people I wanna check on them and, like, I actually hope that they're doing well in life. I hope that they're healthy, hope that their family is healthy. Um, so there is that. But the others where I, like, kinda I keep tabs in a messy way, specifically people who I feel like have treated me poorly, right? There is this sense of happiness that I do feel for people who have done me wrong, and I go and check and see that their lives are still miserable, whether it's months, years later. It truly brings me joy. And I really don't mean to sound evil, but I'm just being honest. I am human, okay? And I am a big believer in treat people how you want to be treated. And I'm a big believer in you just cannot keep getting away with treating people like shit for too long and not expect for you to just be living in misery for a certain period of time. Also, something else that I do know is some people who are miserable for an extended period of time, after, depending on the person, in a lot of cases, that misery is, like, extended it because of, like, it's by their own doing. Like, there are people who self-sabotage, who can only operate in chaos, who feel more oddly comfortable in living that type of life. So, um, therefore, I'm not necessarily gonna feel bad for you because I know that you are capable of making better out of what you have. And the fact that you're choosing not to isn't my fault or my problem. Does that make sense? So, anyways, yes, I keep tabs on people, and I I don't know, people, people say women are very intuitive, and I tend to think that I'm pretty spiritually gifted as well, to be honest with you. I my gut don't lie. Um and I feel like another thing is I like to keep tabs because some people be lying and they be leaving out stuff, and I need to go keep tabs and collect my own data so that way if you're telling me something and I know that you are leaving some stuff out, then I will only know that you're leaving stuff out if I collect my data. You know what I mean? I don't have to tell you that I did. But if I didn't go collect any data, now I have to take what you say at face value. Now, of course, if for people that you trust and that you have a genuine, friendship or relationship with, that should be that. But I'm talking about more like casual people in my life who maybe have shown um some not so great traits or have proven to be untrustworthy. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go keep tabs on you because I'm a little bit nosy and because if I see things that bring me to a certain conclusion and you come to me acting like it's something else when I know it's this, then I can just clock you in my head. I don't even have to say nothing to you. You know what I mean? I can just be like, in my head, I'm like, I seen this, but they're making it seem like it's this. So I know that they're lying and I kind of know why they're lying. So I'm gonna just let you lie. That is the type of person I am. And I do not do that with everybody. I do not. Like if I feel like you are trustworthy and you have, and I could take you for your word, then I could take you for your word. But there are some people, you know, I just want to keep tabs just to, just to see what's going on because it can also, I guess, be closure in a way for certain situations. You may be thinking, "Oh, why was this person kinda acting weird?" If you go do some snooping and you see some things, you'll be like, "Oh, bet." You'll be able to fill in gaps on your own. So, yeah, it's something I do it, yes. I do it. I do it quite often. And, I don't do it for very long, like, once I get the information I need, once I get the closure I need, once I get the answers I need, oh, I'll lay off lurking for a while. But I think it's kinda, like, valid to do in certain scenarios. Just collect information. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And so, yeah, I was doing it, like, heavy these past, like, really 2 weeks. I've been, like, lurking heavy. And I've just been, like, kikiing and gagging because I've just gathered so much tea, not even speaking to a soul, strictly off just, like, paying attention to things and lurking, kind of. And I haven't spoken to a soul, I haven't said nothing, I haven't asked nobody nothing, I just know things that I should know. And this happens very often. Like I just end up finding out things. And it's like, hey, if people don't want people like me being able to put two and two together, don't post everything. Don't post everything. Because people like me who are snooping, I'm gonna put two and two together and I'm gonna be able to clock you. And now I'm sitting on your tea and I'm not gonna say nothing, but it's like just don't post certain things because I just the way my mind works is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna get into it. I can't even dissect it. I got no. But yeah. So I'm a little bit messy. I keep tabs on people and I'm gonna be the one to be honest about it. Okay. I'm gonna be honest about it. Y'all can lie, act like you don't do it, but I do it. Okay. And I have my reasons. I totally have my reasons. So wrapping up this end of the show, I wanted to so I've been posting my clips daily on TikTok. I have like almost 400 followers on there, so I love that. And I have almost 50 followers here on Twitch, which is amazing. Um, so over on TikTok, I feel like I get the most interaction. And on a clip where I was talking about, um, it was literally a clip, so it was obviously, well, I wasn't, it didn't have the entire context, but I was talking about how I'm tired of creators hopping on, the streaming wave and they don't put any effort into what they're doing. For example, their setup, right? And I literally said in the video, you don't have to have the perfect camera, the perfect setup to be the biggest streamer. That doesn't guarantee anything. But showing effort in some kind of way, whether it's how you interact with your followers, whether it's how you look, your style, whether it's your camera quality, whether it's your room, whether it's the type of streams you do, one of those things need to have the most effort, more effort than the other, or something. It's something about what you're doing has to like pop, because that's what's gonna make you not blend in with everyone else. And this girl, she was like saying paragraphs, and it was like two other people that just kind of missed it. Um, where she was just like, you don't have to be. I just stream because I love it. I just do it because I love it. Like I don't you don't have to have the best streaming setup. You don't have to have this, you don't have to have that. And I'm like, okay. Like that's not necessarily wrong. I never disputed that point. But saying, "Oh, I just do this because I love it, and that's okay. I don't have to you don't have to have the best setup, the best camera, the da da da. Just do things because you love it and you want to connect with people and blah 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 blah." And it's like, well, yes, that's correct. But also, why the fuck would you want to jump into a crowded field, whether it's music, streaming, whatever, and blend in with everyone else? Why wouldn't you at least consider one aspect about what you do to be unique to you, or just different from what is mostly seen in this field? I don't know why people take it so personally when I say, hey, try to think of an element about what you do to stand out. People get so defensive. Like, no, I don't care about any of that. I just do it because I love it. Well, that's great. You should definitely do it because you love it. You should do things that you genuinely love and that are authentic to you, because that is what is going to take you over. But also, if you look like everyone else, if you just hop on trends to stay relevant, you are going to blend in and then fall below the surface. If you wanna just do things just to do them because you simply just enjoy them and you're not focused on making a career out of it, or truly building some longevity or having impact in that field, then I'm not talking about you. But for the people that do, something about what you do should stand out. You should want that. Whether it's, if you wanna make music, everyone wants to make music. Doesn't mean you shouldn't, but one of these things you need to consider. Your style. What about your style maybe is gonna be different from, how most musicians present? What about your sound? What about your sound, whether you rap or sing? What is it about your genre, your voice, your tone that's gonna stick out from everyone else? What about your visuals, your music videos? What style about your visuals are going to stand out from everyone else? Your consistency. How consistent are you going to be in everybody's faces? Where are you gonna be at? Where can everybody expect you? Um, your marketing skills. How are you gonna market yourself differently from most people? I'm not saying all of these things need to be a guarantee in order for you to be 100% successful, but at least one or a few of them should be considered if you want to actually have some organic and long-lasting success in whatever field you want to do. You should want something about what you do. You should want to stand out. Why do you want to blend in with people? So I don't know why people get upset when I say, "Hey, what about what you're doing is going to stand out in streaming?" I go to your page and I see that you stream, so you might feel hit about what I'm saying, but it's like, look, prime example, Queso. Queso pulls the biggest numbers, literally, right? He don't have the best camera. I never said you had to have the best camera to stream. But what about Queso stands out from a lot of people who stream? Consistency. That man streams every single night and is on Twitch playing games for hours. And he also, another aspect to him, he doesn't even cuss. So he's more palatable for a wide age group. That's another thing that stands out from him. Not a lot of streamers, there's not a lot of streamers that just like, you know, don't cuss. It's not a whole lot of streamers that have that element as well. That is what has that is why he that on top of his personality, of course, and him being funny and stuff, and how he's able to connect with people and, just the way people receive him, of course, that is exactly why he is still popping. Because at least one of those elements that I named, the consistency, that man streams every single night. Some streamers stream every few months, every couple days, every few weeks. There's a lot of inconsistent streamers. That man streams every single night. And he don't collab with folks. He don't be everywhere. That man be in his room with his webcam playing his games for a couple of hours. That's it. That's all. But you see him every single night. I get a notification that he goes live. So hopefully I articulated it better. But if you feel some type of way, then I don't care. Like that, you probably need to step it up. But you should always want to stand out in whatever you're doing. You should not want to be mediocre. You should not want to do the bare minimum. You should not want to blend in with everyone else. You might as well not do it. Again, if you just want to do stuff just for the sake of, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not talking about y'all. But for people who want to hop on waves and think that they're going to get something from it and they're not going to put no energy or real effort into it and figure out a way to stand out at least a little, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sure what you expect. So, let me show my lip gloss again. So, here, like seeing that quote, seeing that sentence she said where she was like, "I just do it because I love it." I'm sorry. That's someone has to be the one to tell y'all that's not enough. Doing something because you love it isn't enough. The biggest, most successful people in their fields don't just do it because they love it and then that's the end. They do it because they love it, but they also have an element about them that makes them they also have something about them that is unique to them something about them in their career field that is unique to them. And okay, think of in music. Think of some of the biggest musicians in music. MJ, Beyonce, Nicki, Rihanna. They all you can if you go down the list, all of these people have individual aspects about them that make them stand out. Whether it's vocally, whether it's visuals, whether it's Nicki and her animation and her style, whether it's Beyonce and her dancing abilities and her vocal abilities and her range, MJ and his dancing abilities and his vocal range and abilities, it's every all of these things are unique to these people. Very specific to these people. They all have multiple of those elements that I named. It's literally the same thing goes for any other field, right? Of course, some people are gonna feel like some people are overrated. Entertainment and content is subjective. Like, I understand that. But generally speaking, the most successful people in their own fields all have a certain element about them that makes them stand out like a sore thumb. Kai is the biggest streamer on earth because every stream this man puts in, he invests a fuck ton of money and puts in so much effort and thought and intention behind his streams, puts on full-blown productions. And I'm not saying that everyone needs to be doing this. Obviously, everybody don't got Kai Cenat money, but he is where he is because it's him versus him. He's just striving to top himself every single time, raise his own bar. He is setting trends. Everyone else can do that on their own level as well. So the thing about him that stands out is Kai is going to put on full-blown productions every time. He's going to outdo himself. There's other aspects you can add into your streams to make sure that you stick out for a certain reason as well. Again, it doesn't have to be just this extreme 4K high-end fucking super expensive quality, you know, visual. Some people can't afford that. I'm not saying that that's necessary. But at least, okay, your consistency. You're going to stream every single day. You're going to stream every single day. Some people don't even do that. But if that's a decision you're going to make, you're commit to it, whether it's every morning, even if it's for an hour, whether it's every morning, you're going to multi-stream on multiple platforms and you do different types of streams every single day. Every single day. That's going to make you stick out. Anyways, let me not ramble about that. But I will close this with talking about what I've learned from being a creator so far. And what I have learned from being a creative so far is when you truly are happy with what you're making, and as a creative, you're really creating what's natural and authentic to you, and you're proud of it, and you're not hopping on trends and doing shit that you just see other people doing just because that's what you feel like works, and you're playing like algorithm games. Um, you're just gonna feel a lot better overall. And you may feel like the journey may take a little bit longer to get to where you want to be, but at least you know that as people discover you and they see you, that you are genuinely proud of your work. You're genuinely proud and happy about what you're making. There was a time where I was making content that I was not proud of. I just did it because it worked numbers wise. It was algorithm friendly. It did what it was supposed to do, but it wasn't authentic to me because I knew I had more to bring to the table. And so when I took time to reconstruct and rethink everything, I was able to come out with true authentic content, and now people are hitting me up, calling me, interacting with my stuff and genuinely seeing a difference in like, yeah, you're this feels more organic and authentic to you. Like people can genuinely tell who's been like following me on this journey and stuff. So that's the biggest thing that I've learned. And so I've been sitting comfortably in that. I've been saying every episode that I'm happy with this show. It's only at its beginning stages. And like I can't wait until it's at its complete final stage. And yeah, I did great on time. So I'm glad I didn't yap for too long. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure y'all join the Discord, follow the Twitch, follow me on YouTube, follow me on TikTok, follow me anywhere, and I will see you next